Hello, my friend. Welcome to live chat. If you are new here, hello. My name is Jen, and you are here in our weekly What's Up in Makeup chat. We talk about something that is happening in the industry. In the past few weeks, we've been talking a lot about all of these lists that are being released. Top this and number one that, and most this and most that. So I found this one this past week, and it is a Google Trends result of Google revealed the top trending beauty searches of 2022. And they explain in the article how it's different than.
Get closer to you.
Okay. John said he can't hear me.
I can hear you. It just sounds garbage.
Okay. Neat.
It sounds like it's coming from here.
Oh, okay. That happened the other week where it was not coming from the correct place. So I don't know why it wouldn't. Let's see, is that better? John's trying to help me problem solve real quick. So they explained, it says, let me find the paragraph. The article I forgot to link down below. Crap, I will put it in afterward. But they explained that the data reflects top trending searches, which means the trending queries, the searches that had a high spike in traffic over a sustained period in 2022 compared to 2021. It's not the same as top searches or most searched. Yeah, he said it still sounds like doo-doo. We had this problem the other week.
Are you able to switch your audio by clicking on? Are you able to?
Nope.
No.
Nope. I can go here though.
No, I feel like your audio is set for coming from the camera or something.
Okay. All right, we're gonna try to fix the sound real quick. So hang tight, because we're gonna say hello to people in the collective brain real quick. Audio. It's not coming from there. Here we go. Is it one of these? Sorry, guys. Hang tight.
It shouldn't be cam link.
That's what it's set to. No. Oh no, we're having audio issues. Okay, hang tight. Sorry, guys.
This one.
Okay. Do you think I should just restart? Is it that bad?
No, don't restart.
Okay. All right. Okay, John's going to switch out my mic and see if we can get it fixed. Okay, does that sound... Oh, you know what? It's lighting up better now. So it's possible the Jabberwocky is just dead for today, and I see the green light lighting up more. This is awful. I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's just go from there and let's keep going. Okay. So very quickly, we're just going to quickly say hello to people that are here live in the collective brain, because the reason why I wanted to do this as a live chat is because, I haven't heard of a lot of these and I don't know if they're to be taken seriously or not. I would imagine a lot of them are not meant to be taken seriously. So I need help from the collective brain. If you're not here live, you can also participate in the comment section down below. So let me just very quickly say hello to the people that popped in first. So hello to Teresa, one of our fabulous moderators. Hello. And any other moderators that were able to make it, Flory or Steph or Audra. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Maria, hello to you. Hi, Jackie. Good morning. Good morning, Jelena. Live chat time, virtual hug back. Michelle, good morning. Love it when you're here. Hi, Tracy. So good to see you. Hello, Joey. Good morning from snowy New York. Wow, snow, huh? We haven't made it there yet. No snow here yet. I live in Maryland, so it's not that far from you, but no snow here yet. Jilly Mac, hello. Curled up with my Starbucks chai tea latte. I'm ready for chat. Nice. You've already been out of the house for the day, or do you have it delivered? Because I have not been out of my house yet. Good morning, Jen. Good to see you. Bama Chick, hello. Hey, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great day. Ready for What's Been Makeup? Please hit the like button on your way in. Thank you so much. And Elizabeth, good morning to you in Indiana. Dreary day on the couch, surrounded by dogs, drinking my coffee. That sounds like a lovely day. Tish, good morning to you, and Roya, and nice Gigi and Emily. And if I did not say good morning to you, good morning to you. Thank you for being here. So let's go ahead and let us talk about about these trends. I am so irritated that I did not put it into the chat so you guys could follow along, but I will put it there for the replay. So let's see. So one thing that I found interesting is that a lot of the trends stemmed from TikTok, and this is what I don't understand, because the people that are not like, it's all like really young people. So it's like a lot of Gen Z, which is great. It's a lot of, the Addison Rays and the Hailey Biebers and all of that. But it's like, where are the millennials and older? Where are we in these trends? Are we not searching? Or we just don't search these things. Like, we don't search this kind of thing, therefore we are not represented. Because if you look at all of them, they're all people that look to be very young. So maybe we're just not searching for beauty trends, people that are a little bit older. I don't know. But let's talk about the very first one, which is an Addison Rae trend, and I will show you. This is the Addison Rae lip gloss trend, and this is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever seen to trend. I don't understand. And this is number 2. Because these in the article, they were out of order, but I'll show you number 1 in a second. The Addison Rae lip gloss trend. It's like literally her just putting the lip gloss in her mouth and opening it while she's on her phone. So the idea is you have your phone in one hand, so you can't open your lip gloss, so you just stick it in your teeth and you open it. Is this a hack? Like, like what is even happening? I don't know. Where does it say in the article? Hold on a second. The Addison Rae lip gloss trend is the second highest shop trending search in the makeup category. Rae, founder of Item Beauty, posted a TikTok video back in July, and she's biting her lip gloss cap to remove it ever since makeup fans and content creators have been copying the move. What? Why? It's just so weird. That's just so weird to me. Like, how is this interesting? All she did was put the thing, maybe because people like are split on whether that's gross or not to put your products in your mouth. I would imagine that that's not very sanitary to put your products in your mouth like that. Like, where's the product been? We were talking on Twitter. Was it on Twitter? Where was it? I think it was on Twitter about, oh yes, it was, because the new L'Oreal telescopic mascara that came out, that's in What's Up in Makeup Today, there's a disclaimer on the bottom of it. And it says, do not add anything to the mascara. And one of the things it lists that you should not add to the mascara is saliva. And I was like, why are people spitting in their mascara? And it's because they want to thin it out so it can last longer or whatever. Like, I've heard of people putting like eye drops and stuff in mascara, but it specifically says do not add saliva to the mascara. And I was like, that's disgusting. And I think it was Tina from the Fancy Face responded and was like, do you oh, my brain just totally out. She was like, do you remember there was a chick on YouTube that maybe y'all can help with this, who used to put her eyeshadow brush in her mouth to wet it? Like, she would literally take her eyeshadow brush and like suck on it to wet it and then dip it in her eyeshadows. And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but maybe you all know. So it's like, that's what this kind of reminds me of, is that maybe it's just kind of polarizing and that's why it's trending. And also Addison Rae is extremely popular. So maybe that's the thing. I don't know. But I think it's really weird. Let me see what you all are saying. Ms. Bailey says, not a trend, just a dental hazard. Sandra says, I would never do this post-Rona. Yes, I agree. Tamara says, that's exactly why I don't watch TikTok. Tracy, but who knows who touched it before she got it? Yeah, well, I would imagine it's her personal lip gloss, but still. Beth, my mama would have yelled at me about how much money she spent on my teeth. Pods text, germs and chipped teeth, no thanks. Pamela, look, guys, I can open my lip gloss with my teeth. Revolutionary. Seriously. OMG. Yeah, see, I don't know. Joey's dentist would disagree. Michelle, I mean, I've probably done something like that, but why is it a TikTok trend? And I think we've all kind of made impulse decisions that we've thought in hindsight, like, maybe that wasn't the best idea, but like, to have it be a trend, I think that's kind of weird. Does anybody know who the person was that put the eyeshadow brushes in their mouth? Because I don't know who that is. Oh, This is interesting. Roya says, didn't Molly Ringwald do something similar in the Breakfast Club? That is like, there's a memory unlocking somewhere, but the key is not quite working. I think you might be right, though. Maybe. Finley says, what's wrong with her fingers? I think it's because she's holding her camera with one. And this is one I wanted to click on. Michelle says, I'm an eye doctor, so the idea of spitting in your mascara is terrifying for me. Yeah, it's terrifying for me too. And I think people are just looking for like a quick fix or whatever, but they don't think about the bacteria that's going to grow, because mascara in itself is like, there's so much bacteria that goes in just from daily use from your eyes, because there's so much bacteria from the wetness of your eyes. And that's why you should throw away your mascara every 3 to 6 months, because the bacteria grows in there due to that. And to actually spit in it and think about the growth. It's disgusting. Absolutely gross. Absolutely disgusting. What are you laughing at?
We just approved so many comments because YouTube kept blocking cleavage and breasts.
Cleavage and breasts. Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, thank you. I'm going to click on one. Thank you, YouTube, for blocking cleavage and breasts, just in case. I'll click on one. Oh yeah. Flory says, no, she put in her cleavage. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. Poppy says she put her lipstick, holding it with her cleavage in the Breakfast Club. You guys are right. See, I need to be kicked out of Gen X. Kick me out. Put me with the millennials. I'm like a cusper. I'm like right there. John's a millennial and I'm technically Gen X, but I'm like right there at 1978. So, all right. So let's talk about the second one. Well, it's actually the first one. This one is weird, okay? It was the passport makeup trend. And when I read about this, I was like, well, that's good because, people are getting into traveling more and people want to look nice in their new passport photos because maybe their passports have expired or whatever. And they want to search and find something helpful. But this is the photo that popped up. I was not familiar with this, but this is the photo that popped up. Are you as confused as I am? Like, it looks so digitally altered. Like, there's no way that's a real face. There's no way that's a real passport photo. And it's giving me James Charles ring light vibes, where he allegedly, James Charles became famous because of, it was like a thing where people found out that for a senior photo, he didn't like it. So supposedly he brought his ring light and had them retake it. And he was all beat, his beat meaning he had tons of makeup on. So he ended up going on Ellen because of it. And that was kind of when James Charles blew up, because I don't know if Ellen got him the CoverGirl gig, but he was the first male face of CoverGirl. So like that was the how James Charles was born, essentially, on the internet, was this ring light photo. And then it was revealed later that allegedly he made it up, that it wasn't real and that it was just a fake. It was fake. It wasn't real. Maybe it was digitally altered or something like that. That's what this is giving me. Like ring light photo 2.0. There's no way that her face is real in this. Like maybe the base of it is real, but this is a digital image. Don't you think? So how are we going to do our secondly, why do we want to do our makeup like that for a passport photo? Like, you would think you would want your face to look like naturally really pretty. Like, I'm not saying that this isn't a gorgeous look. It's a gorgeous look. But it's not like I'm going to the airport and I need to be recognized kind of look. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Am I alone on that? Yeah, Elizabeth, doesn't it look like an AI created image? I don't get it. Elder millennial energy. 1978, we can be Zennials together. See, I like Zennials. I do. Yeah, it doesn't look real, does it? It's weird. I don't get it. Maybe that was why it was trending, because people were like, is that real? I don't think that's real. Catherine, who wants to put on that much makeup every time you travel? I have enough trouble with my passport photo right now because it's from when I was 18 and I just naturally look different at 26. Yeah. And it's like, I think, isn't that the purpose of the passport photo? Is it supposed to look like you when you're traveling? I mean, unless she travels like that. Maybe she travels like that. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. Maybe she travels like that. Who knows? So yes, you cannot smile in passport pictures. Very, very true. You cannot, which is fine. But it's more the very, very thick makeup, and the fact that people were looking at this for tutorial purposes is what it seems. So the article says about this, the passport makeup trend, which is about TikTok creators demonstrating contour makeup techniques to do before your next passport agency appointment. The trend blew up on TikTok when creator Georgia Barrett did a version of soft glam for her passport photo. How is that soft glam? That is not soft glam. That is glam glam. Just because it's brown, is that why it's soft? That's from a company called Real Simple after speaking to makeup artist Casey Spickard. So yeah. So that's the thing. I think that's weird. Not a fan. Not a fan of that for a passport specifically. But, you know, it's gorgeous for Instagram. I think it's beautiful. All right, let's move on to number 3. So number 3, this one I actually saw happening. So this is the white dot trend. Okay, so I know this photo is not the best. But the idea was, I believe it was this particular woman. It's been a while, but she said that she gets more people, like when she goes to like a bar or whatever, and she's trying to attract people she's trying to attract. I don't remember who she was trying to attract, that she was found more attractive when she did these white dots, you know, so she's got one above her lid, one below, and then one on the inner corner of her eye and one on the outer corner of her eye. And she said that she just got so much more attention and people thought that she was so much prettier when she did that. And my initial thought was, I think people might be staring at you because it's unusual rather than it actually like is attractive, you know? Like I think it looks beautiful on her, but I think anything would look beautiful on her. She looks naturally very beautiful. This one also looks like it's got some kind of smoothing something going on there, but I don't think it's as important in this one as it is in the last one, as far as the smoothing goes. But I did see a lot of people trying this and seeing whether they thought it looked good. And most people were like, nope, not so much. Did you all see this one? Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking, Mari. She says, trying to figure out what's on her face, and that's why. Yeah, I think that might be right. Gigi, they are not jewels. It's actual white eyeliner. It's like a liquid eyeliner. Yeah, Mel says, looks like it would be more to a place for gems to be glued on her face, which I think might be kind of fun. LV says the white dot is very pretty. I think it would depend. Like, seriously, like think about yourself. And if you were going to an event and you put on the white dots, do you think it would be well received? I don't think for me it would be well received. I think people would be confused. Michelle says it looks like one of those TikTok makeup filters. It does kind of. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of like a clown, how they have like the diamonds on their eyes, but like just not connected. You know, it definitely doesn't look like clown makeup at all, but like just the diamond shape that you see on clowns sometimes, like a little bit, kind of, a little. So yeah, Sandra says I couldn't pull that off. I don't think most of us could. So yes, Gigi, this is a great point. Nikki Tutorials uses gems a lot and it's beautiful, but not for every day. Looks like we've got some very interesting spammers in the chat. That's a first. It's been a long time since we've got those kind of spammers. Hot girls are waiting here. Yay. Oh my gosh, because you don't want to click on it. That'd be terrible. All right, so we are 21 minutes in. We're making good time. So let's talk about the okay, so the invisible, so that's number 3. Number 4 is the invisible eyeliner trend. And I think this one's actually really pretty. It's right here. I think that's beautiful. So the idea is that you create negative space to enhance your eyeliner. And I think that's beautiful. Again, it definitely looks like there's some kind of filter on here, but I don't think it matters. I think that's gorgeous. The only reason why I wouldn't do this is I don't think I'm good enough at makeup to do this. I think that's too hard for me. But I do like that a lot. I think it's beautiful. It's called, if you're looking for it, it's called the invisible eyeliner trend. It's number 4. Isn't that pretty? I think it's gorgeous. Well, she's really pretty too, so that helps. Yeah, see, I think so too, Jackie. This one's pretty. I'd try it. Oh, for the dot, when Becky says it reminds me of dots used for measuring something or plotting something for digital art. Yes, yes, absolutely. Very smart. Yeah. Pamela says, I love the negative space on the outer eye for younger people. I would love to see some of these trends like this one. I would love to see that on somebody like 50 plus. I think that would be very interesting to see. Like to have somebody who is a bit older to try some of these trends, like somebody that's talented, right? It's not going to be me on this one, but somebody that's talented, I think would be great to see how these look. I think that that's a viral video right there, in my opinion, is trying all these trends on somebody that is older. One thing that I see on this is that it's listed here as one of the big trends, but it's not listed on the list of the top 10, which I think is kind of weird. So we're going to talk about the next one, which was something I came across all the freaking time when I was researching for What's in the Makeup. It was driving me nuts. Every single week, it was a Hailey Bieber something trend. It was always a donut something, like glazed donut something. It was like glazed donut nails, glazed donut hair, glazed donut eyeshadow, glazed donut. It was like glazed, what was it? Chocolate glazed donut nails, chocolate glazed donut hair. It was weird. And the problem is, this is the problem, is that whenever I hear glazed donut, I think of that one episode of Sex and the City that is extremely inappropriate to talk about here. And Sex and the City, just overall, it's definitely, there are episodes that are pretty problematic. This one was just, it's so disgusting the way that is referenced. I can't do it, but like, I don't know why, like, I can't even say it out loud, but every time I hear glazed donut, I think of that episode of Sex and the City. Like when Nikki Tutorials came out with her collab with Ofra, and one of the highlighters was called glazed donut, I couldn't take it seriously because I kept thinking of it. So if you want to know, just do a quick Google search, Sex and the City glazed donut, and it will reveal it to you. But I literally cannot bring myself to even say it out loud. I can't explain it. It was a sexual thing. We'll just leave it at that. So yes, it was bad. Anyway, so my point is that one of the top trends that it says was Hailey Bieber nails, because her nails were they were everywhere. So there's one of the pictures of her nails. I think this might have been before the donut stuff was happening. I don't know. I'm not sure, but her nails were very, very trendy all year. And I saw it every time I researched for What's in Makeup. It was driving me bonkers. Like what is Hailey Bieber glazing this week? I don't know. What is it? I don't care. Like, because it wasn't even that, like, she's a naturally beautiful woman. She could be glazing her butt and it would trend. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. It's just, I don't know. I didn't get it. So that's one that for some reason isn't on this top 10 list, but it's listed. And it says here for Hailey, it says Hailey Bieber nails is the top trending search for nails. Bieber has been known for her manis ever since she sported the glazed donut nail look, which Allure featured. It's all over social media along with the hashtag Hailey Bieber nails. Bieber is the founder of Row Beauty and recently posted a TikTok captioned, "The chocolate glazed donut nails are really hitting me for fall." She tags celebrity manicurist Zola, who often posts how-to videos showing how she creates donut nails step by step. So there you go. That's the deal with that one. All right, let's do one more, and then we're going to take a quick little break. So I'm hoping that I say this correctly. I did look it up. I believe it is, let me look back at my Douyin. Douyin. It is a Chinese blush trend. Douyin means acne marks in Chinese. And let me go over. I lost you for a second. Oh, you know what? I didn't load it. Let me load it real quick. I stopped loading things for a second, but it should just take a second to upload. And it's one of those things where I feel like a lot of blush trends, it's about placing it in a weird spot and then blending it. And you're like, amazing, it looks incredible. But it's like, if you take blush and you put it anywhere and you just blend it in the right spot, it's going to look pretty. you know? So I think this is one of those things. And like, I don't know why it's called, if it translates truly to acne spots, I don't see why this, I guess maybe because it's red like acne. That's why it's called acne spots blush trend. But I really do feel like, I mean, all this is the blush around the temples, which is very, very popular, and then on the chin, and it looks gorgeous on her. It looks absolutely beautiful. But I don't know. I don't know. It's almost like the cold girl makeup trend. Have you seen that recently? That's a new thing, the cold girl trend, where you're supposed to put, we did this last year too, where you put the blush over your nose like this, and it's supposed to look like you just came in from the cold. That's kind of what that reminds me of too. But this to me looks like Chinese art. Like the diffused lips, you know, the lip stain look. I see this so much in Chinese advertisements for cosmetics, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But I don't think that the blush placement, as far as making the triangles and everything, matters. I mean, of course, wait, hold on a minute. Let me rewind. I don't think making the triangles matter. I think that wherever you place your blush, that's where your blush is going to be, whether you draw a triangle or a dot or a square or a check mark or whatever you want to draw. You put your blush where you want your blush to be, and that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's kind of weird. So let me see what you all are saying. Yeah, see, Mrs. Bailey says, do you have to do the V shape for blush or on the chin for it to work? I can't imagine trying it myself, but it's pretty on her. Yeah. Oh, I love this. Holly says, Aspen cheeks looks beautiful. I think so too. Yes, the porcelain doll look. Elizabeth, it looks very pretty on this girl. I think I'd look like I was sick. Yeah, and I think I would too. Gigi says the sunburn trend is now the cool girl trend. That they have to rebrand it for where, you know, the trend is going, which is places that are cold right now. I know not everywhere is cold right now, but if they're trying to market to those people, they have to change the season, right? Holly, aspen cheeks. I love that. I love that. I do think it looks gorgeous on her. Absolutely. And I think that it fits the trends that I'm seeing coming out of Chinese beauty marketing. So, I mean, it makes sense. All right. You guys ready to take a break? Let's take a little bit of a break. And there's actually a second section of this that we might want to go into. It's top trending searches, skincare questions that I found fascinating. So maybe we'll do those in a little bit. Or we can just zip through the rest of them, and then we'll go into those because I think those are interesting, and I actually know the answer to some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. All right, let's talk about what's on my face today. So for my eyeshadow, I use the Sigma bronzer. This is PR. The Sigma bronzer in light as my crease color. And then I really wanted to play with duochromes today. I love duochromes. They're just so fun. So I broke into this Cleona Cosmetics. They'd sent this to me a while back with they sent me a bunch of single shadows and a palette to put them in. And every once in a while I dip into these and I freaking love them. So all over my lid, I have this shade, and I believe it's called Abrasion, which I don't really like the name of this shadow, but see if I can get it to focus. Boo, boo. Come on, baby. Come on. Maybe I need to put this palette in my mouth. I need another hand. Here we go. Come on, baby. Focus. There you are. So there's Abrasion. And then for my liner, they're not looking the same. Okay, this one. I have to get in there without digging my nails into the shadow. For my liner, I just did the Wet n Wild liner that I talked about in Favorites and Veils this past month, and used the shade Oculus, which is a really fun duochrome. Not my hands, the eyeshadow. There we go. Really fun duochrome. So that's my liner. And then my lower lash line isn't quite as exciting. What did I use? Oh, I used this shade on the outer corner. This one is called Ursa. And I'm going to swatch all these for you in just a second. And then I feel like I used one other shade. Maybe not. I think maybe this one. On the inner part of my lower lash line, I think I use this one, which is called Arcana. So let me swatch these for you real quick because the pan doesn't even do it justice. These things are amazing. And it was like I was talking about in What's Up in Makeup today, how Nakia Joy came out with new, let me put them here, new duochromes. And how when I got them, I was actually a little bit disappointed because I thought that they were going to be more opaque like the Cleona shadows, and they were more like toppery. So she just came out with a mixing medium, which should make them more like these. And I'm going to double swatch the abrasion one. And I just kind of tap that all over my lid. But I love these Clionadh shadows. I love dipping into them every once in a while when I have a chance to just relax and do my own thing, because I'm always trying new things so that I can review them for you. So I don't get to just play with things that I have that often. Isn't that a beautiful color combination? Oh, I love it so much. Look at that duochrome. That is nuts. It just gives my heart so much joy. So the one that's the true duochrome, the second one, this one is called Oculus if you're looking for it. The only thing about Clionadh is they're always sold out of everything. I don't know what their production process is, but it's got to be difficult because they seem to always be sold out of like everything. Especially oh man, I dug my finger in that. See if I can press it back down. Especially the little square pan ones. They seem to always be sold out. All right, on my lips today, I did a combo. These are PR as well. These are the Milani lipsticks in Desire and Pleasure. I just used both of those. And then I topped it with a little bit of that one shadow, this guy right here in Chamomile. I topped a little bit of that in the center. I've really been digging on putting a little bit of shimmer in the middle of my lips. I hope that comes back as like a big trend because it's one of my favorite things to do. Let's make it trends. I would love that. And then for blush, I use the Ciate blush, again, PR, in Deep Love, which is this one. And then for highlight, this is Purchase. This is by e.l.f. and this is Cool Berry. But it's just like it's like a wet stick thing. Let me just put it here. You can't really even see it unless, let me see if you can. Not really. It's extremely subtle. It just gives a little bit of a wet look on the cheeks, but it's very, very, very subtle. And it's a little cooling. It feels kind of nice. So I like to use it every once in a while when I'm going for something very natural. Oh, and then I use the Sigma bronzer on my cheeks too. So that's probably the majority of what you're seeing is the Sigma bronzer. All right. Clionadh. There we go. This is how you spell Clionadh if you're looking for it. It's a weird spelling. I think it's like, isn't it like a Greek goddess or something, Clionadh? I feel like it's something like that. Oh, I didn't mean to click on that one, but yeah. So you guys are talking about, Linda says that applying blush on her cheeks makes her look like a clown because she has a heart-shaped face. Gotcha. But yes, Clionadh is amazing. All right, let's zip through the rest of these real quick. And of course I didn't load them. So the next one is called Doe Eyes. And there it is. So this is the Euphoria actress that her name is slipping my mind right this moment, but I think that that is a beautiful, beautiful trend. And I think a lot more people could do that. And I think that what makes it more doe eyes, I mean, she has gigantic eyes anyway, but I think what makes it more doe eyes is the way she's doing her liner and the way that her lashes are, that she's got, you know, both the top and the bottom lashes done, and also the placement of her eyeshadow. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Really, really freaking gorgeous. I love that one. This next one, not so gorgeous. I think people are Googling this one because it is confusing and weird, and I don't know why anybody would want this purposely unless you were doing some kind of cosplay or if you were, you know, trying to get some kind of effect. This one is called Tired Eyes Trend. And I maybe just seeing, can I make my eyes look tired? Yes, I can. There you go. What is even happening? This one too, I feel like this one is very similar as well. This is the crying makeup trend. I actually saw this one quite a bit when I was doing my searching for what's in makeup because the same trends just keep popping up. If I can get it to load, it should be loading any second. There it is. And it's just to do your makeup so it looks like you've been crying. Some of them look more sad than others. This one I liked because I felt like it's just kind of glossy around the eyes, and she's got her, looks like her nose has been running. She's got her stained lips, her lip stained lips. And I think she does look like she's been crying. But are you doing this because you like are wearing this out of the house, or are you just trying to create an effect like this one? Like, I think they're just trying to create an effect, and it's not really like as a trend, like, yeah, I'm going to wear this because I think it looks good. You know, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, this one I think is very creative, and I feel like this is really like a fun Instagram-y kind of thing. But again, I don't know like if anybody's wearing this out, maybe to like a concert or something like that, someplace where like being a little different would you just kind of fit in. Or some people maybe they just like it, which is fine. I mean, all of these things, like if you want to do it and you want to wear it out, you totally should. This one is called the under eyeshadow trend, and it is loading. So essentially what it is it shows the eyeshadow, instead of being on your only on your lid, on your upper lid, it's actually going down into like the bags of your eyes. And it is still loading and being a butthead. So I'll show you as soon as it loads. Let me go over to the comments while that loads. I keep clicking on Mrs. Bailey. You keep just showing up. I feel like the tired eyes are just like the gray hair trend from a few years ago. Young girls are cosplaying as older women in costume. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Leslie says, those of the dark circles are set without makeup to follow this trend. Oh, 100%. Yeah, Gigi says it's editorial. Yeah, definitely. Jilly says, I cried on my way home from work on Friday. I don't need to just do my makeup for the look. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm so sorry you were crying, Jilly. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better. I hope whatever made you cry, who do I need to punch? So let me see if I can get, yeah, the under eye eyeshadow thing is still loading. So let me see if I can get the dark lip liner as the next one, which those of us who lived through the 90s will remember dark lip liner. Now they're both jamming up, jamming on the one. They're both jamming up. Those of us that lived through the 90s remember the dark lip liner. And I have a funny story about that. So my best friend in college was a big dark lip liner person, would wear the dark brown lip liner and then the very light frosty lipstick over top of it. And one day we were going out and I just said, hey, have you ever thought about not doing the dark lip liner anymore? I don't know what I said, but I said it in the nicest way possible. I was like, here it is. Here's the dark lip liner trend. But I think her contrast was even more than that. And I think she stopped doing it after that. I think she still did it sometimes, but I tried to be like, I have no couth. Sometimes I have trouble like phrasing like suggestions like that in a way that aren't offensive. So looking back, I hope I didn't offend her. Like she's never mentioned it since then. We still check in with each other every once in a while to see how we're doing. But we're not close anymore. But yeah, I remember her doing that. And I was like, maybe we should move on from that one. Maybe we should move on. Cause yeah, this was like 2002, maybe. Something like that. Yeah, probably like 2002. And I was like, yeah, not this anymore. Not that anymore. But now it's coming back. It's a trend. Here's the under eye one. That's the under eyeshadow trend. And I think that she executed it beautifully. But I'm a little terrified because it, like, again, it just, I'm a little scared. Is that bad to be a little scared of the makeup look? I don't know. I'm not sure. So yeah, I mean, Julie, I think that just what we need, the 90s again, the 90s are coming back. But I remember in the 90s that the 70s were coming back, that my mother was like, why are people wearing bell bottoms? You know, it was like low rise bell bottoms was like a thing for a while. Like after we stopped rolling our jeans and doing like the tight roll on the bottom, it switched to the complete opposite, which was the bell bottom, which was the 70s coming back. I really do feel like, you know, every 30 years it'll come back, you know? No. Can I add 20 years? 20 years, not 30 years. I can't add. So look out for the 2020s to come back in the 2040s, which will be the 90s look, which was a 70s look. Everything seems to circle around. Everything circles around. So look out in the next decade, we're going to start seeing the 2000s come back. It's just a thing. So yeah, everything does come back. Everything does come back. All right, let's go ahead and let's go to these top trending skincare questions because I think they're really, really fascinating. So the number one trending skincare question was, what skincare products should not be refrigerated? And this is my understanding of the answer to that question, is that you shouldn't be refrigerating your skincare like at all, unless it specifically says on the box to refrigerate your skincare. Now, I did break that rule. I have a bottle of vitamin C serum that has been sitting in my refrigerator for how long do you think? 2 years? A long time, because I'm scared to take it out now because it has been in there for so long. Because the idea was, when this popped up, was that it would keep the vitamin C good longer. But I feel like if I take it out and it warms up, I should just throw it away at this point. Like, it's just been sitting in the refrigerator and John keeps moving it around. Like, it's like, you know, it's just a box of it's been in it's like been with the butter. It's been on the top shelf. It's been in with the salsas. It's like just migrated all over the refrigerator. I should just throw the stupid thing away. It's just so dumb, because I believed in the whole refrigerated makeup skincare thing until I learned more about it and then realized that you're not really supposed to refrigerate skincare. The other thing is that some people like their skincare refrigerated because it feels good. But from what I understand, when you change the temperature, like, skincare is supposed to be stored at a specific temperature, right? Because that's what keeps the active ingredients active. And if you go against that, you could be null and voiding the ingredients. So it's better to just not mess with it and do what the manufacturer says as far as the storage. So, like, I have this one moisturizer that, well, I don't even know if you can call it a moisturizer. It was specifically meant to put in the freezer. And it's essentially just glycerin. And you put it in the freezer and it's supposed to feel really good. And it's supposed to, like, depuff and stuff. Sorry, my brain just goes, you know, HR puff and stuff. Like, I'm on a track today. But it's supposed to help depuff. But the thing is about glycerin is it pulls the water into your skin and it'll make your skin look more plump anyway. So is it the cold that makes you depuff? Maybe. Is it the glycerin itself making you depuff? Also maybe. But really what's going to happen is, if you don't top that business with some moisturizer, then you're going to start pulling water from the lower layers of your skin, and it's going to be a problem. So yeah, I mean, I do think that some skincare products should be refrigerated if the manufacturer tells you to, but other than that, like the beauty fridges and stuff, like, probably not the best idea. Probably not the best idea. Is that my son coming home? Who is that? Hi, did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in live chat. We'll be up in 15 minutes.
Okay.
All right, baby. He just came back from a trip with a friend. All right, Susan says, I put eye creams in the fridge because it feels so nice on my eyes. It just makes me happy. So happy for me is better than right. Yes, and it's not about being right or wrong. It's about making sure that you have the highest efficacy of your products. It's not about doing something right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? So what I would do if I wanted to put my eye cream, if I enjoyed that, this is just me personally. You do whatever you want. Is I would contact the manufacturer and say, hey, I love your products. I think they're fantastic. But I really enjoy putting it in the refrigerator. Is that going to compromise the active ingredients in the product? And reach out to that specific manufacturer to make sure you're getting the efficacy from the product. So, I mean, it's not really, I just want to make sure that you're not, like, hurting the product in some way. You probably aren't. Chances are you probably aren't. You're probably fine. Right? Okay, so number 2 is how to add niacinamide to a skincare routine. And I know the answer to this one too. So if you're not familiar, well, the other one, number 4, is what is niacinamide in skincare? So that must have been, it was introduced to a lot of things this year. e.l.f. just came out with a primer that's infused with niacinamide. And niacinamide is fantastic for hyperpigmentation. It's really good for photo exposed skin, for people with sun damage, to help even out the skin tone. And what else? It also can help with skin brightening as well. So how you add niacinamide to your skincare routine is not based on the niacinamide itself, but it's based on the type of product that the niacinamide is in. So when you apply a skincare routine, you want to apply it from the wateriest products to the thickest. So depending on what the niacinamide is in, you want to apply it in a different spot in your skincare routine. So if I were getting niacinamide, chances are it would probably be in a serum. So I would wash my face, put the niacinamide serum on, let it sit for a couple couple of minutes just to make sure it's kind of like done its thing, done a little bit of absorbing or whatever, and then put my moisturizer on over top of it. Some people like to just mix their serums into their moisturizer, and then I worry about the delivery system of the serum because I have friends that do that they just mix all their stuff together in one big thing. They go do do do, and then they just go like this and blue blue blue. But the delivery system is specifically formulated for the serum. So if you just mix them all together, it could mess with the delivery system. It may not, like, and is it going to be a significant enough messing with the delivery system in order to make a difference? I don't know. It'll depend on it. But I personally like to just take that out of the equation and take the time to do the serum first, let it sit for a couple minutes, and then put my moisturizer on. That's just me. So the answer to the question is how to add niacinamide to your skincare routine. The answer is how it depends on what the niacinamide is in. If it's in your moisturizer, it's going to be your last step. If it's in your serum, it's going to be before your moisturizer. I don't know of niacinamide in a cleanser. Probably. I'm sure that they have, but of course you would do the cleanser first. So Julie says I use niacinamide and serum to layer. Yes, definitely. Yes, Elizabeth says e.l.f. has a new primer with niacinamide in it. Do you think that it's effective? I looked at the ingredient list and there's no real way to know how a product is formulated from the outside, but I did see that niacinamide is relatively high on the ingredient list. I think it's at like a 4%. And from what I understand, that is a good amount of niacinamide. So I would imagine it's a good product, I would think. And I like the idea, like there's a lot of skincare infused makeup products right now. And it's like skincare infused eyeshadow. It's like eyeshadow with hyaluronic acid. Why? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Not the dumbest thing. I'm being hyperbolic. But like hyaluronic acid in your eyeshadow? Why? Like, what is that? What's really like instead use a hydrating eye cream or a moisturizer or whatever, and then put your eyeshadow on. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, people are just trying to push skincare into products. But where I'm going with this is that I feel like with a face primer, it's kind of like almost using just a moisturizer before you put your makeup on. You know what I'm saying? But the difference with the e.l.f. one that I think is really cool is that it does have silicones in it, if I remember correctly. I think I'm remembering correctly. So the silicones actually can help with making your makeup last longer. So you put a layer of silicone on your face before you put your makeup on. So it helps the makeup to adhere to, instead of just your bare skin, it adheres to the silicone on your skin and helps it to just kind of be solid on your skin. So I think the e.l.f. primer is going to be good. I do. I think it's going to be one. I think the things that e.l.f. is releasing, I think all of them are going to be amazing. Like there's the roller lash looking mascara that they just released. There's a luminous putty bronzer they just released. I think they're all going to be ones that people are talking about. That's my prediction. Oh, and it's a gripping primer too. Elizabeth is reminding me. I think I'm going to pick up that primer. I like the e.l.f. gripping primer anyway. Yeah, I don't tend to like gripping primers because I don't like the tackiness on my face. I don't enjoy it. So yeah. All right. Next one I didn't know the answer to. We have 10 minutes left. What is BHT in skincare? That's something I haven't committed to long-term memory. I'm gonna actually Google it real quick. Let me pull my keyboard over here because I'm not sure. What is BHT in skincare? I think isn't that the Teflon? Or that's something else. This is from PubMed. BHT is the recognized name in the cosmetic industry for butylated hydroxytoluene. BHT is used in a wide range of cosmetic formulations as an antioxidant at concentrations from blah, 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 blah. BHT does penetrate the skin, but the relatively low amount absorbed remains primarily in the skin. Gotcha. So it's a stabilizer. L'Oreal says that it's a stabilizer and acts as an antioxidant. I would imagine EWG says it's evil. So Paula's Choice says that it's a good ingredient. So it's a preservative and an antioxidant. Has it been demonized? I'm going to add the word bad and see if that changes it. Okay, so this is also from PubMed. Has been shown to have tumor promotion effects to be anti-carcinogenic and to have no effect on other carcinogenic agents. Tumor promotion effects? Maybe it's just it's doctor lingo for like because you think tumor promotion effects would be a bad thing. But then it says anti-carcinogenic, which is a good thing, and no effect on other carcinogenic agents is a good thing. So yeah. And the Derm Review is another fantastic website to find legit skincare information. So, oh, okay, here we go. So the Derm Review says that there have been some studies that have linked BHT with hormone disruption. However, this link has not been well established. So it's probably one of those things that is in like clean beauty or whatever, and people are wigging out over it. Maybe that's the thing. So those are sources that I trust. I wouldn't read something out loud that I don't trust. The only one I would say is a little iffy is the L'Oreal one, because like, they're trying to sell products. But the Derm Review, yes, Gigi, it's fantastic. They don't have a ton of stuff on there, but it's a good website. It's very good. I was actually watching an old live chat because I've been going back through some old live chats and just listening to them in the background. And one of them it was before all of these resources were available, because back when I started talking about ingredients on the channel, these resources were not available. Like all that was available was EWG and the spinoffs. And at first I started really taking EWG seriously because it was the only website, like legit, the only website to find ingredient information. And then there started being spinoffs of different companies that were using EWG to formulate their opinion. And then Dr. Dre came out and was like, dude, don't use EWG. It's crap, right? So it kind of evolved. And the live chat I was listening to, I was saying how, there's this website, it was a spinoff of EWG, and how, even though I don't trust EWG 100% because of their, they take studies, where you would take a rat in 1972 and you would drip, 100% concentration of an ingredient in the rat's eyes. And it's like, it has irritation. Don't put it in cosmetics, and it's like, really? So I said, it's a place to start, this website of trying to find not harmful ingredients. It was like at the very beginning, I think it was like 2018, the very beginning of when people were starting freaking out about cosmetic ingredients in skincare. And I was like, it's a starting point, but you can't take it 100% seriously. And my point of saying this is that I'm so thankful for all the websites we have now to debunk some of these myths, because before things like the Derm Review, there really weren't an Inky Decoder. That's another one that I love. Before those websites, we really didn't have resources to find what the truth was. And I think that's why, people like Dr. Dre were so valuable back then, because they helped us to really know what was real and what wasn't real from, and separating off from EWG. And I think that was so, so important. Yes, exactly, Michelle. The dose makes the poison, as they say. Oh, 100%, 100%. All right. So let's see. We've got 5 minutes left. Let's do one more. So number 4 was in what is niacinamide in skincare? And number 5 is how long does skincare last? And I think that, the problem with this is that we don't have, at least here in the US, we don't have dates of expiration on most skincare. Some skincare, I believe, does, but not most of it that I've seen. And I think that it's unfortunate, because I think the manufacturer knows how long a skincare product is going to last. And it's a very complicated question, but what I can say probably as a good guideline is if it's marketed as clean beauty, if it doesn't have a solid preservative system, you've probably got 6 months. If you store it in a bathroom where the temperature is fluctuating, like we were talking about temperature fluctuation before, you've got less time. Because especially if it's a smaller bathroom where the heat really builds up when you're in the shower. So it really does depend. And I think that's really sad, because there's really is no answer to that question. How long does skincare last? Because some skincare on the shelf is going to last for freaking ever, because the preservative system is solid. It hasn't been open. And once you open it, if it's kept away from light and air, it's going to last longer. But if it's a jar that you open, you're putting your fingers in it, it's being exposed to light and air, it's not going to last as long. But again, you're dealing with the preservative system. So if the preservative system is solid, it's all these layers. So there really is no answer to question number 5. There's no answer. It doesn't exist. There's no answer. Yeah, I mean, Hiram, this is the thing about Hiram. I think Hiram has the best of intentions. I really do. I think he has the best of intentions. I think he's a nice, sweet, sweet person. And I think he does have a lot of knowledge, and I think he got in a little over his head as far as the amount of attention that he got. I haven't talked to Hiram in literal years, but I feel like he got so much attention so quickly that I think it kind of presented him as more of an expert than he actually was, to honestly less fault of his own. I mean, he did call himself as what word did he use? Specialist. He called himself a specialist, which was the term that he was using in his job. So I understand why he did that, but I feel like the media blew him up so hard that it ended up offending people who actually went to medical school, that he was seen as equal by people to the people that were trained, and gone to med school and really worked to learn all of the information from the inside out. But I think some of that was Hiram calling himself a specialist, and I think some of it was just the media blowing him up. And I don't think that he expected that. And I think it just kind of like, can you imagine that happening where you're just making videos, man? And all of a sudden every media outlet is reaching out to you. You've got millions of people watching you, looking at what you're saying and picking apart everything you're saying. I can't imagine that pressure. I can't imagine. So I try to look at Hiram with a human lens, rather than a detached lens. And I feel for him, because I do think that it seems like since his skincare line came out, there isn't as much hype around him. And I did see someone posted, I believe in our Hunters group, about that Skincare by Hiram is not sold at Sephora anymore, which makes me really sad for him, because he's a nice kid. And I shouldn't call him a kid, because he's a full-on adult. But to me, he's like 20 years younger than me. So that's a kid. But I kind of feel sad about that, maybe they didn't get the sales that they needed in order to stay on the site. And you really have to look with Sephora and Ulta. And we're running out of time, but I want to tell you this real quick, because not a lot of people know this, is that the overhead that Sephora and Ulta charge you to be on their website and in their stores essentially negates profit. You make nothing if you sell on Ulta and Sephora. The reason to sell on Ulta and Sephora is exposure. It's not for making profit. So if you're not, and I don't know, it used to be that if you wanted shelf space, you had to pay for it. So not only are you not making a profit, from a significant profit from items being sold there, but you're also paying to be on the shelves in the store, which could put you under if you're not getting enough sales elsewhere. So it's really a big risk to put your product in Sephora and Ulta stores. And I remember a lot of this, where I'm getting this from, a lot of it was from the lipstick company. What was it called that went out of business? Why do I mention things without having a solid remembering of what the name of the company was? But they were really popular in 2016, and they went under because of Sephora. Literally because of Sephora, that's why the company went under. And it was so freaking sad. It made me really sad. So when I see companies that are new, no, it wasn't Bite Beauty. It was before that. Lip Tars. That's it. It was the Lip Tars, Michelle. What was that company? Started with an O. I'm almost there. Obsessive Compulsive. You win the prize. You win bragging rights. Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. So you just have to be really careful. So I don't feel like we should judge a brand super harshly if they're pulled out of Sephora, but it does say something as far as the net sales of the company. So, or the gross sales of the company, I should probably say. All right, I should probably go because it's 11 o'clock. And it's time to go. And my son just got home from a trip, and I want to see how his trip was. But I hope you enjoyed chat today. I enjoyed chatting with you. I hope you have a wonderful week. This coming weekend, I have a very busy marshmallow week. So on Friday, I'm going to be at St. Paul's Lutheran Church selling marshmallows. And then on Sunday, I'll be at the Olney Farmers Market selling marshmallows. So I have a very busy marshmallow week. I don't know what video is going to be uploaded on Friday yet. I filmed one, but in that video, I talked about why I'm not buying from Jacqueline Cosmetics anymore. And I'm a little nervous about uploading that because I don't want to upload a drama video. So I don't know if I'm just going to scrap that video and film something else or refilm it or something. I'm super nervous because I don't want my channel to be based on like trashing another YouTuber. You know what I mean? I just don't, fool me once, fool me 5, 6 times. Eventually I'm just done. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know whether that video is going to be uploaded or not. We'll see. I might film something else. We'll see. But if you've made it this far, I'm probably not going to purchase from her anymore because of the whole Cozy situation. It really upset me what she did to the woman that had Cozy. It really upset me. So just like, anyway, might as well upload it now because I'm pretty much already turned this into a drama video. I just don't want any more drama on my channel. I'm done. I'm toast. Like, I don't want it anymore. I'm done. I couldn't take the heat. I got out of the kitchen and I'm like about to put my foot in the kitchen again. And I don't know if I can handle it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I'm going to go and shut up because I have no off button. I'm going. Have a great week. Mad love to you. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great week. Bye.